welcome to the channel. And in this video we're going to be having a little walk around the garden. It's going to be a little bit of a April exotic garden tour. I'm going to show you what jobs we were looking at, what jobs we were doing, and what you might want to be thinking about. Anyway, let's have a look around while the weather's still good. One of the big jobs that we're concentrating on at the moment is bringing out all of the more tender plants like these strelitzias here, and we've got there's a hardy lemon over there that's not as hardy as you imagine, and we've got a colocasia here. It's bringing them out of the greenhouses and conservatory to harden them off, ready for the summer. And with the greenhouse empty, that means we can put in the spring stock that we've been putting on to warm those up and get those going. If you saw a video the other day, potatoes, look at that, they are starting to come through. So once they do, you can see the leaves off a few of these. We'll have to level that up, but yeah, more work in the greenhouse. The biggest project we've got going on in the garden at the moment is down to Lorna. She's got me doing actual man work in the front garden, re-landscaping the drive and the garden there, and also in the back garden here, where we are extending the patio, and then once that's all done we'll get that all paved, all nice and lovely. But we know what you're interested in. You're interested in what the plant's doing and what timely jobs I'm up to. So we'll walk along the borders and have a look, see what we need to do. Well, we've had the sago palm hardened off, and this has been outside now for a few weeks, and I don't know if you see it. You see those yellow spots? You see that? Hail does that. Little balls of frozen ice touching the leaves damages all the cells on the surface of the leaf, and that's what those yellow spots are. So if you see that, don't panic too much, but honestly, hail, we seem to have had a lot of that recently. And if we look inside, I don't know if the camera will go in there, start seeing that new growth just poking out there, but we won't see much. They won't be doing too much really for another almost 4 or 5 months. There you go, look at that, the hardy bananas are starting to come out. Lovely. As are the Xanthodecia, although they have got a little bit of slug damage on that. And yeah, some of the plants that we're hardening off here, as we just mentioned earlier, that's a colocasia. I don't really want that out below 8 degrees at night. And the hardy lemon, that's May's variety. It started producing all this bud in the greenhouse, so that came out to harden off. And it's looking, do you know, I'm hoping to get some flower bud in that this year. And if you look across, if you've seen these videos before, you notice that pretty much all of the winter protection has come off. I've still got the tree ferns wrapped up. They will be coming off really soon, but I'll be doing a specific video to show you how I do my early spring care with these. Now we've cleared some spaces in the border, so get some more appropriate plants in there, because it's becoming a bit more shaded with these older plants getting a bit taller. Got the rheums are emerging, the agapanthus are emerging, the hardy fuchsias are emerging, and these lovely fatsia spiders were one of my favourite plants for the shade. All the new growth is emerging, but all that new growth there, that is at risk if we get a late frost. We have a aspidistra just here, which we've had all year, and we're going to be taking this, we're going to be taking out the pot, splitting it into 4 and planting that in the front garden where it's got the dry, shady, protected conditions that these really love. And next we've got the Sulberia, otherwise known as the Forspirea. That came out into bud really early, and that Hydrangea paniculata that Lorna's mum propagated for us, and that's doing really well, and it flowered last year. Bear in mind, this was a cut-in only a few years back, and I'm expecting good things from the plant this year. And Persicaria, not my favourite, but that is Lorna's, but just be aware they can be a bit rampant, and that's already starting to get into the lawn. So we're going to have to dig this part out and move it, because I don't want that giving us any trouble later on. Not sure if you can see that, but the Vitis cognitii, that's started to come into bud. I really like that plant. This should really hopefully fill this whole frame by the end of the summer. And we've got what was it called now? Was it tiger stripe or something? I would have to check. But that hosta from last year that we planted, that's coming through. I was a little bit worried that might be a bit tender, but no, that's absolutely fine. And we've got our solid slug protection next to it. Look at that, that's the old beer trap, that's working well. Keep that protected, although I think there has been a little bit of a nibble on that little bud there. We've got to a point now where all of the bulbs and herbaceous stuff that was under the ground is now starting to come through, so you can see where everything is. We've even got a little Eramus here, which is the foxtail lily, just poking through. I think that's one of the last things that I've been waiting for. So where we want to put some new plants, we can actually finally see where the spaces are on the border and not stand on anything. Oh, look at that, flipping slug damage on that. They really had a proper go on that. The old Hottentot fig, that unfortunately didn't survive. I don't know if it will grow through from the base, but I really think that might have had it. And the old Agave Americana, that has come through. We did put a lot of rain protection on it, but some of these old leaves, they have suffered, but I'm hoping it will grow through that come the summer. These old leaves will just be absorbed into the plant and die off, and I'll just remove those from the base. And really, I'm hoping good things from this. Lorna's been replanting this area in front of the tortoises and that old shed. They were looking at getting rid of that later on this year, and hopefully just replanting this whole area, something a little bit more attractive than that. And yeah, Lobelia tuber, the devil's tobacco, which is a phenomenal plant, and we put this in last year. It didn't flower because they generally don't, but this year I'm expecting this to put on some real size and produce those wonderful red blooms. Before I go, don't forget to maintain your slug management. Make sure you've got your fungicides and pesticides on hand ready for when problems start to occur. Don't forget to start potting on your seedlings as they mature. And now that you know where the spaces are in the borders, if you've got an exotic garden like ours and you need to sort of fill it up with a wee bit more evergreen plants, now's the time to get these more unusual tender plants in so they can establish throughout the year, so that come the winter, and far better, far stronger, far bigger, far more capable of surviving our cold freezing conditions and frosts. And there you have it. That is our little tour around our exotic garden, or what there is of our exotic garden, because it's not really going to look its real deal until about June, July time. Still got a bit of a way to go. But anyway, if you've got anything you'd like to add, any questions that you want to pose, then you're very welcome to do so. Just put that in the comments section. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.